My name is Pierre. I am 36 years old. My football club is AIK, and they play here in Solna, which is north of Stockholm. We play at the Friends Arena, but actually we don't call it that. We call it the National Stadium of Sweden. I can't really remember the first match. I played myself for 10 years. I started out when I was 6 years old, and I actually started to go to AIK's matches when I was around 16, and at the same time I stopped playing myself. I wasn't really born into AIK. I actually chose it. I had played myself for like 10 years, and when I stopped playing football, I wanted to keep a foot in the football. So I started to think about which teams I could identify myself with, and actually the answer was pretty clear. It was AIK. It is, from my perspective, the biggest club in Sweden. It's a club open for everyone. I can't really remember my first match, but I remember an early one. It was when AIK, I think it's 99, we played in the qualification to Champions League. We played against AIK Athens. It was 35,000 on the stands, and I know the atmosphere was like crazy. We won the match and we qualified for Champions League. So I think that is the match that I can say that kind of got me hooked into football. 2 years ago, I started this podcast together with two other female football supporters. The podcast is called Klackspark. We talk mostly about the whole supporter perspective. When we started Klackspark, I think maybe for our first episode, maybe we had a couple of hundred listening. Now, 2 years later, we have like 4,000 or 5,000 listeners every week. We've recorded 80 episodes now. Apart from the podcast, I'm also a board member of AIK's main board. Main board is responsible for the whole membership part and also the brand. I go to almost every game. I usually cover 95% of AIK's football matches per season. 2 years ago, I actually got them all. So I had this 100% season, the perfect season. I used to be really involved in this supporter group called Black Ladies. Black Ladies is a supporter club for everyone. I mean both female and men. But the main focus is to support the ladies team. I don't know any other supporter group, focusing only on the ladies teams. So a good match for me is obviously, it has to have tifo and good atmosphere, but also actually the absence of the police are important. The police makes me feel like I'm uncomfortable, unsecure, not the opposite, what it should be. A negative experience, I think, of course, being a woman isn't, you're not, it's not absolutely certain that you have a place. You kind of have to, keep fighting all the time. I'm just so tired of the question, whose girlfriend are you? Where is your boyfriend? Or when they try to challenge my knowledge about football. So I'm also a part of the national network for female supporters. In AIK we are planning to trying to gather female supporters before matches a bit more often. And one category that I think is almost forgotten when you talk about supporters are mothers who have children. If I were to make a wish, I would say that I hope that young female supporters, that we should grow and become more a bigger part of the supporter culture. I want to see more women in the boards of the supporter clubs. I think there's a lot of potential.